Welcome back to the Battle Camp. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time, please hit the subscribe button. If you've watched my shit before, thank you very much for coming back again. So Deontay Wilder and Dazn. So we know that there is a bout of negotiations going on between Wilder's team and Dazn. Depending on who you believe or what reports you find to be the most accurate, there's two kind of deals that are being talked about. The first one is a $50 million offer for 2 fights that would then lead into a fight with Anthony Joshua. And the second deal that Mike Coppinger reported on is John Skipper offered Deontay Wilder a 3-fight deal worth roughly $100 million to fight on Dazn yesterday, per sources. Wilder co-manager Shelly Finkel confirmed money in that ballpark. Dominic Brazil at $20 million. Then 2 fights with Anthony Joshua valued around $40 million per fight. Wilder and his team are deliberating. One thing is certain: he will defend his heavyweight title against Dominic Brazil next. A press conference will be held Tuesday in New York. So that second tweet there, that little bit there, is what concerns me a little bit. A press conference will be held Tuesday in New York. So in order to have a press conference, one would assume you've got a date, you've got a venue, and you've got a broadcaster. If this Dazn deal isn't signed, sealed, and delivered before, the end of this week, I'm a little bit concerned that the Brazil fight will be on Fox or Showtime. And if that fight's on Fox or Showtime, does that mean that Deontay Wilder is going to turn down this offer from Dazn? So there's so many this is all speculation, obviously, and there's so many moving pieces here. So let me try and explain my logic a little bit better. If Dazn are offering Deontay Wilder this $100 million offer, which is an interim fight with Brazil, and then a fight with Joshua at the end of the year, and then a rematch probably early next year, that's the deal there. If Deontay Wilder doesn't agree to that deal and he fights on Fox or Showtime, as Mike Coppinger tweeted about, does that mean that the negotiations have to start all over again with Dazn? Does that make sense? Does that mean that Wilder literally just wants to fight Joshua on Dazn? Does that mean that Wilder doesn't actually want the Joshua fight? One thing is for certain: whether the Brazil fight lands on Fox, Showtime, Fox pay-per-view, or Showtime pay-per-view, any of those 4 outlets, there's no way he's going to make $20 million for it. Never in a million years. And if the first offer that I discussed, the $50 million offer, that would mean that Dazn are willing to pay Deontay Wilder $25 million to fight Brazil. There's no chance in hell he can make that sort of money fighting Brazil on Fox or Showtime. That's a fact. Now, whether these offers are accurate, whether Dazn have actually offered Wilder this much money to fight Brazil, that remains to be seen. But if they have, then there is nothing in my mind that can justify Wilder turning that offer down. Now, Wilder's been taking this position of, oh, Joshua doesn't want the fight, blah blah blah. I've discussed it all before. But he's literally being backed into a corner now. There's no justification for him to not agree to these deals that Dazn are offering if these deals are true. They're not even asking for Wilder to be on the platform for a number of years, or a 6-fight deal like how Triple G signed for Dazn. They're literally just saying, have 1 fight on Dazn, and then go straight into the Joshua fight, or have 2 fights on Dazn and then we can make the Joshua fight. Wilder himself said on the Boxing Voice, yeah, baby, I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent. You know, that's a good thing about being free. You can talk to anyone you want, baby. Like, before the negotiations and all the back and forth was going on between Eddie Hearn and Joshua and Wilder and Finkel and fucking whoever else, the bone of contention was Wilder wanted a 50-50 split. Well, that's what it was over the last couple of months. I'm not going to go through the whole fucking saga. But over the last couple of months, Wilder has said, we know what we want, we know our worth. Now they're giving you your worth, what you believe to be your worth. Wilder himself said on the Boxing Voice, oh, what's wrong with having legacy fights? What's wrong with having a fight to prove you're the best man? Well, there's no fight in this world that gives you a better opportunity to do that. To fight in a unification fight to become the undisputed champion of the world. From a sporting perspective and a financial point of view, there is no reason to not take this deal that Dazn are offering. The only reason that this deal won't happen is if what I've been saying previously, that Deontay Wilder isn't actually in control of his own career. And he literally just does what Al Heyman or Shelly Finkel tell him to do. That is the only reason that this Dazn deal won't be signed by Deontay Wilder. I'm so glad that Deontay Wilder came on the Boxing Voice and spoke so freely about being a free agent and how he's free to perform on any platform, because now they've called his bluff. Dazn have effectively come and said, oh, okay, you're a free agent, you can fight on any platform. Here's double, triple, quadruple what you would have earned to fight Brazil on Fox or Showtime. Come and fight on Dazn, you're a free agent. You love being a free agent because it gives you options. Here's an option that you can't, it's too good to refuse. If Wilder turns this down, I'm sorry, but he's ducking the AJ fight. If this offer of 20 million and then 40 and then 40 for 3 fights isn't good enough for Wilder, then nothing is going to be good enough for Wilder. It's as simple as that. I'm interested to see what the Wilder fans that regularly comment on my videos and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, tell me how Dazn's a terrible platform, tell me that AJ's ducking, Hearn talks shit, etc, etc. I can accept all of the stuff about AJ ducking, Hearn talking shit and all of that stuff. They're not my friends, I don't know them, I can accept that. But what do you guys think of this deal? What do you guys think of the offer that Dazn have made to Wilder? And what reason can you think of where it doesn't make sense for Wilder to accept this deal and take this offer? I'm really interested to know. Before there was loads of excuses. Oh, Joshua needs to come to the States because that's where the money is. What's the point in fighting in Britain? You know, stuff like that. The fight is now going to be in the States. Wilder's getting paid handsomely to fight the likes of Brazil and then fight Joshua. What can you now think of that tells you that Joshua doesn't want the fight, or that this deal itself isn't good enough? I'm really interested to know. Now that it actually looks like this fight is more likely than it's not likely to happen, Should Wilder sign the deal? I repeat, should he sign this deal with Dazn? Are you happy? I'd hope he'd be happy. I'm happy. But sometimes I get the feeling that these Wilder fans don't actually want Wilder to fight Joshua. So they just jump on this bandwagon and make excuses on Wilder's behalf. If Wilder doesn't sign this deal with Dazn, what excuses do you have? Who's ducking who? Who wants the fight? Who doesn't want the fight? It's clear to me. I hope I'm right, because I think Wilder will sign this deal. I think Wilder realizes this is way more money than he's ever going to make fighting on Showtime and Fox, and he's at the point now where he has to fight Joshua. Otherwise, he's going to start losing the reputation and the goodwill he's built up amongst the American audiences. I hope he knows that, although I'm not sure about how intelligent he is, if I'm honest. But if he doesn't sign the deal, what does that mean? What does that mean to his fans? I'd be really interested to know. I've had so many comments about videos that I put out about what Shelly Finkel said, or Eddie Hearn said this, or Wilder said that, or Joshua said this. So many comments from Americans. The last video I put out about Wilder getting into negotiations with Dazn, everyone went silent. So I want you guys to let me know what you think about all of this. Are you happy? Are you not happy? Do you think he should sign? Shouldn't he sign? Let me know. Comments below. Please feel free to share this video with a friend. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys next time.